Hello, everybody. John here, and today we're going to be looking at, kind of quickly the Darth Vader's castle Lego set. So this set I got a few years ago, probably like around when it came out. Honestly, remember I got it off the website, or no, I got it off Amazon for the retail price, which I think is like 130. I'm going to be looking off to the side because since I got this one so long ago, the box is gone. I honestly don't even think I kept the instructions, which is a big no for me now at least. But I'm gonna be looking off to the side because where my laptop is, where like the page on the website on Lego.com is to tell me pieces and stuff. So yeah, uh, yeah, let's talk about it. So this Darth Vader's castle, as you can see, it's a pretty tall set. Honestly, like when you talk about the thing. Let me see if it says actual height or anything. Specifications. So it's over 16 inches tall and 11 inches wide and like 9 inches deep. So it's actually pretty big. So I mean, it's over like a foot tall, which I think is pretty cool. Like it's a nice scaling for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's dwarfed by Daily Bugle and like the Disney Castle and stuff like that. But like for a Star Wars set that like is something like this, like I think it's pretty cool because I mean when it comes to buildings and stuff, they are pretty small. I'm just like looking around. I was like, even like Final Duel, like the ships, like they're all kind of small unless it's like a UCS kind of thing. When it comes to Star Wars, yeah. I'm sorry. Forgive me for how I am right now. Going through a lot of stuff right now, so I'm just gonna preface by saying that it's just going through a lot of things. I'm gonna try to, do as much as I can. This will probably be, there's gonna be a hiatus on like the Lego kind of like live action stuff. I think, at least like this format. There's like some games coming out that I'm probably gonna like just record and get through and then like post. But when it comes to stuff like this, where I'm more direct, like with you guys like this, I'm probably gonna just hold off on that for a bit. But I did want to do this only because I have this set. The newer sets I can't really get to because I'm trying to like save up for things, like real life stuff. And yeah, so I had this one already, and this was actually like a suggestion or a request that somebody had. I don't have the comment with me offhand, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that, but I'll put your name here. Thank you for the suggestion. I mean, you're the first and only person that has requested anything, so I felt obligated, like I had to do it at least before, just kind of putting a hiatus on this for a bit. I'm just going through a lot of stuff, and it's kind of messing me up. But I just wanted to get through this, and just show off the set for those interested. I know it's an older set. I think it is supposed to be retiring this year because it's about like 2 years old or something. I was like, let me see if it even says when it released. I don't even think it says that. Nah, it doesn't say it on the website. On the website, it is currently out of stock at the moment. It says temporarily out of stock. I think it is retiring this year, so I wanted to try to do this before, not being like a next year kind of thing when it's gone, because I don't want to do stuff like that. I mean, I wanted to have you guys get the chance to do it. Retail, like on the site, is $130. So I would say, kind of go around that pricing. Like if it is out of stock, like right now, and like it doesn't get back in stock until like like ever, like if it doesn't come back in stock, I would say on Amazon, like try to get it. It should be still around like the retail price since it's like a current set, like at the moment, But this set comes with 5 minifigures. It is set number 75251. So this set came out around Rogue One, I'm pretty sure, or like a few years ago. So I don't know. Like I don't think it's been around for too long. I don't know. I'm not too knowledgeable about this one just because it's an older one. And I just got it because I thought it was really cool. Like it's Darth Vader's castle, like Rogue One, and then getting into the Charles Soule's Dark Lord of the Sith comics where you actually find out the origin of the castle. It's like super cool, and I thought this was just a really awesome set. Comes with the 5 figures here. You know, we're gonna get up close with them. You know, in a second, I'll like put the videos in there, but I'm just gonna try to I was like, let's look at the figures. All right, let's get our little close-ups here of our figures. So going from left to right, which is probably like, I was like, hold on, let me move these guys over. And now it is the least interesting to the most interesting. So first off, we have, I guess if you want to call it a figure, it's the mouse droid. It's a newer version of the mouse droid. I did kind of like the OG one because, you know, it's what I saw in like Lego Star Wars, the video game and stuff like that. So that was really nostalgic. It's nice. Mouse droid's kind of dumb. I mean, just even in the span of Star Wars, like they're not that necessary or like relevant, you know. But yeah, it's a little mouse droidy build. We got 2 Royal Guards. I just had a stroke. Same 2 guys you get in the final duel set. I want to say like they're kind of just the same, like verbatim, you know. Their capes, you know, have a nice detail where they're darker on the outside than on the inside. So that's like a nice, cool little detail there. I think it's like inverted on the other thing. Or maybe I just have them on backwards. I think I have the capes on backwards, honestly. Oh well. Next we have this little gunner guy. I don't think he's really called anything. It's just kind of like Gunner or something. You know, in Rogue One, they introduced all the different types of troopers, like the short trooper and stuff like that. So this was like kind of like entail with that, where they have this guy there. He sits at the top of the castle, shoots the gun. You know, that was definitely there. But yeah, little gunner guy. I think he just has the standard stormtrooper head as well. This could just focus. There we go. Yeah, just standard stormtrooper head. You know, if you want to put in your little head cannon, maybe this is a, well, I mean, it's not, it wouldn't be, but, you know, maybe it's a little, I was going to say it's Rex, but maybe it's just another 501st guy that just stuck around. Then we have Vader himself, different from the one from the meditation chamber. You know, this Vader has like a more cloth cape, so it's a lot more fluid. It doesn't like stick or like get folded or anything, so. And then he just has like, you know, his mask. But yeah, there's his face. And then we have the most interesting, which is back to Vader. Essentially, you know, when Vinay goes into the chamber and he finds Lord Vader, he's healing himself because he's constantly trying to heal himself from all the burns that he got on the planet. He's got his little rebreather there. His eyes are closed, which is different than the other one. You can see his left arm, it's completely mechanical. His right arm is completely mechanical. The left one has a mechanical hand. You know, his chest, he has all the little like devices there to help him breathe. And then, you know, he's got some little back detailing with like his muscles being scarred up there. But if you notice, it's not so much that he has robot legs, but right there, like kind of like at the halfway, like that's where his legs end. So like that's kind of like how he is right now because his legs are gone. So I think that's really cool that it's printed on there to kind of show you like that he's got like the half legs instead of it being, you know, just like no legs. Like I don't know, I think that's pretty cool in a way to display that. But yeah, those are the figures there. And I guess while I'm down here, I'll show off the little TIE fighter. So yeah, it's just, I think this is the same one as the Death Star that just retired recently. It's pretty small. There's a little holder there for his lightsaber. I think that was just an extra lightsaber we had there. So I just put it there. I don't remember. I got this like a few years ago. And it just opens up. You know, he can squeeze on in there, and then he can fly around and shoot down some rebels. We have little shooters there. Put that in the light. You have little shooters where you click the gray thing and they fire. So that's nice. Nice little build. It'd be cool if they made sets. Like, I know they have the Microfighter series, but if they had sets that were a little bit more bigger and detailed like this, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Wow, wasn't that cool? That's where the cut was. But yeah. So looking at the castle, it's pretty cool. Like, you have the front, like, little lava is coming out of the front. You know, we first saw this in Rogue One. It's about 1,060 pieces, which is pretty cool. So it does have a back to it, and we'll get closer shots of that too. But it has like a back, like it's a facade kind of thing. It's got this little gun at the top. It's not really shown off like in movies and the comic, nothing like that. But yeah, I was like, we'll get closer up with that too. So yeah, let's get up close and personal with Darth Vader's actual castle here. Again, it's about 16 inches tall. We have the lava flowing out of the front. I think there are like lighting kits that people have on Amazon and stuff that have like, you know, the lava flowing like all lit up and everything, which is pretty cool. On this side over here, we just have these little buttons and devices. They don't really do too much. We have ammo there for the cannon up top. I'm going to show you the cannon from this side. Is that it's just one of the little shooter things on a little swivel piece. It's not anything too crazy. Right here in the rock, if this could just really focus for me, thank you. If you push this down, a little crystal comes out. So it's like a Sith or kyber crystal. Like it's like a red kyber crystal, I guess, or just a diamond. You know, that's not really explained too much. Moving over here, because we'll go to the other side real quick. On this side, which I think is really cool, is we have a Sith holocron on like a Sith altar. We have like the Sith insignia on the walls over here. We have a little Sith holocron. I think that's a really cool detail because I mean like the holocrons aren't really shown off in like the in the films or anything like that. It's more like in the extra media when it comes to the TV shows like Rebels or Clone Wars. And like Jedi Fallen Order and stuff, but I think it's super cool they included like a holocron like this, that extra detail in there. And then if we open up this little door here, we have a lightsaber, like lightsaber hilt, so maybe that's from an ancient Sith something, maybe it's a reference to Momin or something. So here on the lower level, we don't really have anything. It's the quote-unquote garage, because this is where like you can slide in the TIE Advance right there. So yeah, it's just parked right at the bottom. Don't know if that's a real thing. You don't really get a full blueprint of Vader's castle, but I think that's just like a pretty cool, like a nice way to store it, so it's not always just hanging out. Moving up, we have this little door here that can open. Oh, there they go. So on the outside, there's little claws here, so this can open up, and the door opens. I don't know where you're going to be going. I mean, I guess you'll come out here, go down the stairs into the TIE place. This is Darth Vader's like kind of meditation area. So right here, if we take this little piece off here, like the little tube, flip it open, you know, a little activator will go on inside. Can you get in there? There we go. So there he is. He's right on there. We're going to close him up. And then essentially he'll just go back in right there. There's a little control panel right there. I don't know why it's so dark. There's a little control panel there to show off his vitals. Yeah, he'll just, you know, slide on in there. It's just got the 1x4s with the 2 studs on top. And he'll just get on there. There we go. There he is, all happy, you know, healing from his agonizing wounds. Slip this guy on there because the guards will be, you know, guarding him, making sure he's safe, but I'll also at the same time making sure he's not getting too powerful for Palpatine. You know, they got to keep an eye on him for the Emperor. Speaking of which, moving up the next level, we have his meditation chamber. Hey, I mean, I guess they didn't have too many details on what was inside the castle, but we have, again, another version of his little meditation chamber, similar to one of the original Lego Death Stars. His meditation chamber was on there. But yeah, he fit on in there. It's like a place to put, like, actual Vader. You know, I think it's pretty cool. Like, another spot for him. We have a hologram of the Emperor himself. We have little windows poking out here. So that just like opens and closes with just like a top little thing. You know, 10 times better than the actual set that came out earlier this year. And then moving up, we have the top floor. Where, as I said, this might be like the thing where he meets Krennic because it's just like the design on the floor, I guess. But not really. Again, here's just a little swivel thing with the gun. Not too much to this set, honestly. You know, we just have like the few floors here. It's just the spot for the TIE fighter, his little back area with the guards, his meditation chamber, and then we have the gun guy up here. So it's kind of like, it's pretty small, so you can only have like one thing per room. The details in the side are pretty cool. Again, I think the best part is like, I really like the holocron, and then back to Vader's probably the best thing. But yeah, so that's just essentially Darth Vader's castle. You know, pretty cool set. Again, $130. It's not retired yet. I would definitely recommend getting on it as soon as you can. Comes with that mouse droid. And yeah, it's pretty epic. Overall, I think this was a pretty cool set. The castle itself was designed by an ancient Sith Lord called Lord Momin, and he was like an architect. Like he would design weapons and buildings and stuff like that. And he designed like his own helmet. And essentially, Sith can't survive past death like Jedi can, like where they become ghosts. Um, like the Force ghosts, they can imbue objects with their spiritual essences, though. Like how in the Clone Wars, Darth Vader is seen like in that casket, like kind of thing, like as the ghost. Like he's not like a Force ghost; he's kind of just like a spirit. Like he's kind of trapped there. I think in another comic where it shows Luke Skywalker, he like encounters the Grand Inquisitor, who's like suffering, like as a ghost. Like he can't leave this place, he can't do anything. He's kind of trapped there. Momin essentially inhabits his helmet. Whoever puts it on, he takes over their body. And Darth Vader encounters him on Mustafar, and essentially starts just putting him like on Mustafarian like people's bodies. And if he ever like pisses him off, he'll kill them, and then like put him on somebody else. But essentially, I think the castle goes through like 10 revisions or something because it keeps getting destroyed. And Momin like, oh, like this time it'll be really good, and like the locals attack, and then it's like, oh, this time, and then like it sinks into the lava. Oh, this one, and then like it just keeps going up until they give this final design here, which I think is pretty cool. It's got like the red windows. It's got about like 4 floors technically. Looking at it, like if you include the little basement area, it's got like little details here and there. Overall, could have been a little bit better. Could have been like obviously. Well, it would have been cool if they included like the room where Krennic and Vader are in, in Rogue One. I mean, I guess you can kind of say that's like the top floor almost, like just the designing of the floor, because looking at it, it doesn't really have like the window kind of thing that peers out. But again, like for the scale that it is, you probably couldn't put that in there. But at the same time, that's how we were introduced to it. It's really cool though. I really like the figures. My favorite's probably the Back to Vader, just because like I just think that's a really cool like part of it, to include like the black rebreather type thing, and then like seeing him, with like his chest and stuff, because we've only seen like his head. You get like Darth Vader with his eyes closed, so you can do like stuff like that for like when if you do like a recreation or a mock of like Death Star 2, and like when he dies, you can like put this head on there so he has his eyes closed. Rogue Guards, pretty cool. I mean, they kind of just hang out there like as usual. Darth Vader, of course. Random blue dude who's just there. I remember when I did the Void VR experience, you could actually, you actually see one of these guys. I remember, well, the Void like closed down permanently, but I remember me and my friend Josh, we're at Disney Springs with the Void. We did the Star Wars one where you infiltrate Vader's castle, and you actually run into some of these guys. And I remember I had the set, and I was like, oh, that's the guy that like, because you didn't see this guy in Rogue One. I was like, oh, there he is. I was like, that's pretty cool. I feel like it would have been really cool if Vinay was there. I want to say that's his name, Vinay. He's like Darth Vader's like attendant guy. He shows up in Rogue One where like it seems to be the Emperor, and he's like, my lord, like Director Krennic has arrived. Like that guy, like that dude. I think it would have been cool if he was here. It would have added an extra detail. I know it's probably like, who's that? But I mean, there's a lot of sets where the general public wouldn't really know who they are. Like you need to like get into that deeper lore stuff. So that would have been a nicer detail. Especially since he was like used in the Terrifying Tales short on Disney Plus. I see. Sorry about that. My phone said it was at 20%. I thought it stopped recording, but we're good. But yeah, set's really cool. Vinay's inclusion would have been really cool, but I did want to cover this. I guess just something for Halloween, It was kind of the center of the Terrifying Tale short on Disney Plus. I would recommend checking it out. I think it's pretty cool. Adds a little bit more to the stories and stuff like that. I always think that the Lego Star Wars shorts are like somewhat canon. Like obviously the more goofy stuff isn't like super serious. Like I don't think the Hutt guy, who I think is from Freemaker, like I don't think he's actually trying to make Darth Vader's castle into a hotel like in canon. But I think maybe Poe like crashes on Mustafar and like discovers the dilapidated castle, and there was like this this relic, and like maybe you run into Vinay, like all that kind of stuff, but nothing like when if you haven't watched it, like when you see it, you know, some crazy stuff obviously occurs, but I don't think that actually happened. But you know, you can pick and choose, and whatever's your headcanon's your headcanon. But kind of rambling as I do. Sorry about the presentation of this. I'm really sorry, but yeah, this is gonna be the last thing for a little bit. Just having a bit of a rough time, and it's really hard. I don't want to like try to really vent here, but I'm trying to, you know. But yeah, so this Darth Vader's castle again, set number 75251. You know, I'll put in little spurts of the minifigs and stuff like that in there. So yeah, definitely get the set if you're interested. You know, before the end of the year. If you go to Lego.com, I think you can like hit a thing that tells you. But yeah, it says notify when in stock. So just hit that and let us email you when it's back in stock and you just grab it. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Sorry again that this was like this. You know, hoping things will get better, and then I'll bring this back. You know, maybe I'll get some other sets and things like that, and we can do it. But after this, next possible video is probably just gonna be gaming stuff. House of Ashes is coming out. Guardians of the Galaxy, new Pokemon, and yeah, and you know, some other stuff maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll just see you guys in the next video. So see you then.